I like doing side Bs and scraps when they somehow end up behind me. Like, this is a classic, the KoDoRiN classic, is if they roll in behind me for whatever reason, I just react with side B, and that's just free damage. Now, this is a Falco only day, huh? Oh, this is the first Falco where he actually dealt with taking the fair correctly. Unfortunately, DI my up air is like shit. Notice there that I didn't go for JC grab because he spot dodged earlier. Why does he keep dying out? Nice. Should have fared down tilted there. Finally DI'd in, and I caught on time. Ooh, I meant to nair there. Oops. First stock I lost against Falco. No! Try to jump into the laser and fair. So, I think that type of Falco is really worth analyzing, because I think that's the type of Falco that killed smart players the most. Where it's like, oh, they're just camping, and I don't know what to do. He's just barraging lasers over and over and over, and what do I do? That is a classic type of Falco that tries to camp, tries to laser zone you out, and we're gonna examine why that type of strategy, that alone, is not that good against Mark. Alright, so always first and foremost, I'm just checking how you always want to start off a match. I've seen a lot of Marks, by the way, like start off a match by like dash dancing or like full hopping. Don't do that. Just shield drop immediately instead of a power shield if they do. And, you know, sometimes you're going to mistime it, but you generally want to stay grounded. You have more tools on the ground rather than in the air. So just shield drop, like, immediately get in. And, you know, I whiffed my take laser fair because I thought that he would approach. He doesn't approach. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go in again. See how... I'm gonna see if you are going to slightly go in, and it does. He does go in. And a lot of the two Falcos I fought before dealt with taking the fair very poorly. I could have definitely been faster here. If I was faster here, I would have gone to grab. But maybe not, actually. But still, it's like, oh shit, this is the first Falco that actually dealt with taking the fair properly by spot dodging. That's real counterplay. And obviously what I could do here to kind of beat the spot dodge is to dash dance grab or like jump nair. Those are like the two go-tos that I would immediately think of to beat, like, oh, if I land a fair, I could just like jump nair at him or fair down tilt. Or just wait out the spot dodge and grab, so it's not like it's unbeatable. It's always a little bit of a mix-up. So I was like, oh shit. Okay. So here, this is probably where like a lot of Mark players, well, I guess I'll talk about it later. But the reason why I don't get tilted by Falcos like kind of just camping and like dash dancing a little, where it's like, I'm always thinking in the back of my head, it's like, what do you game off of this? Like, do you think that you're gaining like a little bit of laser damage? Because if you think so, I'm just gonna parachute it back to you, and I'm going to close my space. And the ultimate thing here is that if you only camp, I'm gonna find that dash attack at some point. I'm gonna find that power shield, go in, grab at some point, and you're gonna have to deal with that. So that's fundamentally why Falco laser camping can't work against Mart. Like, Falco can't just necessarily zone out Mart. So that's why I'm like okay with you know, taking my time, because at some point the Falco does have to go in if they want to cut off, like, you know, me going in with a dash attack, me going in with like take laser or like power shield, way dash in, grab. So that's why I just take my time at first, is because I actually think the onus is on the Falco to approach, because if they never approach, they're gonna get that grab eventually, or they're gonna get dash attacked or grabbed. So I'm okay with like taking my time here, and as you see here, he does eventually approach, and I get my conversion here. I also thought that like he SDI'd up that first up air really well, and then he just doesn't, and then he DI's out. Really poor DI in my opinion. You need to make the mark work for it, and DI to center for every spacey main watching. They're going for up air strings, keep SDIing up to center, so then like I have the weakest possible follow-up. He kind of just gave me this for free. Don't think he should do that. So I light shield. What's Falco gonna do? Set up my power shield, and he does approach. He might not like do like the, you know, the brain dead Falco approaching their approach, but he does very slightly approach, and I'm able to catch him with the fairs. I do the up tilt a little late, but I'm able to recover well off of it. Oh, I screw up the up air. This is definitely, by the way, for those wondering if I mash, like take laser fair, I mash when I did in there. That's when I spam take laser fair here. And I don't think I really lose anything off of it, especially from center. So again, I'm not losing anything. In fact, him camping kind of lost him this opportunity. Like, when Falcos just laser camp all the time, and, you know, I definitely, like, Mango, for example, here would have hit me for this, but because he kind of took his time too much, I am not going to get directly punished here. That's kind of the problem with Falco camping, is that they actually kind of miss a lot of opportunities, and why I just don't think it's that good. Because, yeah, I was thinking in the back of my head, it's like, oh shit, I would have gone hit here, but since he's camping, okay, well, I'm fine with that. Hey guys, if you guys are struggling with your Slippi ranked games, I've got just the thing for you. Head on over to my Patreon, where even the $5 tier has so much resources for improvement. If you're really looking to take your gameplay to the next level, I got some coaching on my Patreon and my Metafy, so check me out in the link below. Anyways, let's get back to the video. I don't know how I got out this bear, frankly. If I got out Take Laser Fair, I would have won this interaction. Oh well. Oops. But I catch him with the shield poke. He doesn't juggle properly. I think what Falco was supposed to do here... Yeah, he shouldn't have moved like that. I feel like there's a better way for Falco to move. Like, if Mango gets that, I'm pretty sure he would hit harder. Or, like, find a true combo link. So I'm taking Laser Fair again. I get out in air, and then I take center. And it's like, okay, what are you gonna do? Okay, that's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, this is fine. And, sure, he deals with this fine. I was testing him here. Like, it's like, are you just gonna really take this forever? And he doesn't. I should consider doing a dash dance grab, but like, this could have been a big opener. Like, this is why Falco can't just camp forever. It's like, this is fine. This is fine. Oh, I fuck up, but because he's camping so much, like, he doesn't even punish my rolled in. This is fine. And he fails to punish this power shield in, way dash and grab. Like, again, the core problem of Falco camping indefinitely is that he is gonna get opened up at some point. And yeah, this is why it's fine for me. I like it when Falco camp. I feel like I could get away with some mistakes, and eventually I'm gonna find my opening. And they kind of want to approach a little bit themselves too, you know? I thought he would tech roll in, but he doesn't. Doesn't fall for the M2K. This is fine. He mashes out. I guess, you know, he is down 4 stocks to 1, and it's actually easier. If you guys didn't know that if you're down multiple stocks, your grab release window extends by a lot. Like, if you just press, like, one button, you could mash out easily. I was trying to go for, like, there's a thing where if you pummel and you time your forward throw or up throw properly, it counts as, like, a true combo despite their mash, but I didn't time it properly. You could do it with both the gray stick and the C stick, so I recommend that if you're gonna combo your pummel to a throw, you like use the gray stick and then wait 3 frames, use the C stick. So that's what I do, but I just mistimed it anyways. Okay, this is fine. I do a really bad Rising Fair. Holy shit, that's like that was the worst thing I'd done all game. But I also did like 500 bad things, and imagine if I like nared there instead, or I dash dance. I wouldn't have died there. I would have gotten more chances. Try to test him. This is the price that you pay as Falco when you go to the edge. I thought he would double laser. I was checking there. What I would do if I know for sure that they're not double lasering is that I jump back and like fair at like their ledge dash range, because even though Falco has a good ledge dash, keep in mind that he has a 5-frame jump squat, so it's deceptively not really that good. Like, as long as you're outside of ledge dash turnaround up tilt range, it's not that good, surprisingly. Like, you could just stay out of his range. And even if you double lasers as you jump outside of ledge dash up tilt range, you can still take the laser and, like, fair a lot of the times. So, but this is just, like, as a hard call out to shield. And even then, it's like, okay, I'm shielding. What's Falco gonna do? Grab me at 0? Like, what's he gonna get? And then, I like doing side Bs and scraps when they somehow end up behind me. Like, this is a classic, the KoDoRiN classic, is if they roll in behind me for whatever reason, I just reactive side B, and that's just free damage. I tried to jump into the laser, so I screwed up the input. I think Falco, especially at lower levels, is like the most execution test heavy-ist. Like, he execution tests a lot, and I made 2 execution errors so far that gave in some percent. I mean, I actually think because of the execution tests, he probably got like maybe 50, 60% out of it. And that was like, that's like, if you think about it, of the total damage he gave, that was like 30% of his damage that he's given. And I imagine for newer players, it's probably like 80%. So like 80, 90%, if not more. So, you know, really being tight with your execution with take lasers and what you intend to do, very, very, very important for Falco. That's like the primary thing. That's like the primary check against Falco is like, do you have the sufficient tech skill and awareness and timings to get past Falco lasers and, you know, hit your flowcharts and whatnot? Because the flowchart part actually isn't really that complicated against Falco, against Marth at least. It's really timing the take laser parts that is the hardest thing, and that's why lower level players have the hardest time against Falco, is because when you don't know how to time things, this fucking character does run you over. But when you get better and better at timing things against Falco, it gets so much easier. And I screw up here. I didn't time my dash back in time, weirdly enough. I think I expected the hit lag, that's why. So I could have definitely escaped this if I had better spacing and awareness, but oops. So yeah, you know, kind of... That was debatable, that's not really an execution mistake, but still. It's like, this is what I'm talking about though, is that like, he capitalizes so much off of mistakes and execution errors. And again, it's like, okay, I'm taking my time, this is fine. I'm gonna sometimes wait for you to fuck up. He fucked up his down tilt there, and I'm able to edge guard him. Up B's, he has no option. I'm just gonna run off fair. So that's kind of like those Falcos I know pisses off so many Marts. And I'm here to tell you that, like, in my honest opinion, those are like the easier type of Falcos to deal with. Like, I'm more scared of Falcos that dash dances tightly, aggressively, but like also fakes their aggression. Like, those are the harder types of Falcos to me. This type of Falco where they take their time, they use their space, but not so quite close enough where they can't punish shield grab. Like, I'm not really afraid of that, and this is kind of why. So, hopefully you find that helpful. Yeah, I love using side B to cover roll behind, because it's also really unlikely for Falco to hold down since he often wants to jump.